Good morning, it's Cassie from Fade In Fade Out LLC in Dalton, Wisconsin, and it is time for a morning tarot reading straight from the shop. I'm getting started here today with some Archangel Animal Oracle cards. We're going to see what comes out for an animal or animals, and then I will move ahead into the tarot spread itself and read through that. And then at the end, I will pull an Enchanted Map Oracle card to help solidify the message. Today I received the Eagle. This is super cool. Seize opportunities courageously, and Archangel Bokpi. I haven't heard of that one before. I'm excited to hear more. All right. So if you haven't watched these before, I do read for myself, but as a part of my journey, when I feel it's relevant, I do share these messages because we can always learn and grow from each other. So here we are. Once again, only messages for the highest good. I welcome in this time and space. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What do I most need to hear today for my highest good? All right, I already know what this is. That's funny. The card in the center of the, yep, and now this next one really gave it up here. Seize opportunities with courage. Yeah, I've been getting, so I feel that a new opportunity is coming my way here very quickly, and so it's interesting to me that these cards have popped out because they all are relevant to that situation. Wow. I'm getting the instinct today to read the pyramid spread from the bottom up because I feel that the cards at the bottom here are the root of the issue. That's what I'm getting. So we have the Nine of Swords in reverse, the Knight of Swords in reverse, the Seven of Wands in reverse, and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So this right here is like a ton of stuck energy. Starting to shift though, because we have some situations in reverse, but I want to start out with the two court cards that showed up here. So we have the Knight of Swords in reverse and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Now, the Page of Swords in the upright position represents very quick-witted energy, very quick to think, speak, and act, doesn't hesitate, moves forward with the sword of truth. Now, this is in reverse. So somebody's been holding themselves back, holding their voice back, keeping their voice in, not speaking their full truth. And, this can create an awful lot of issues when we're not being honest with ourselves or with others about especially how we're feeling about things. if we're feeling, stuck or overwhelmed or scared or whatever, these feelings or these ideas, even if it's like we're having a lot of ideas and inspiration and those kinds of things, if we keep those things bottled up and don't share those, we kind of stop forward momentum. There's a need to move that energy that's in our mind, right? And so this is showing that closed offness, that keeping the self held back. There's a lot of I really want to say that. I really have all these ideas. I have these words. I have these thoughts, these insights, these instincts that I want to act on. It's very strong, but you hold yourself back, or you've been holding yourself back. That's in the root of the issue. The other court card that showed up here is, I don't remember what order these showed up in now. Okay. Page of Pentacles. So a new presenting opportunity for growth, for abundance. So somebody here is presenting this pentacle. They maybe don't have a lot to give, but they're giving what they can. And they're feeling very generous in doing so. And there's something here about being gifting or being gifted. No matter how small the gift, it can make a world of a difference. No matter how small the gift, it can make a world of a difference. Now, this was in reverse. Keeping yourself from sharing this insight and inspiration, from sharing this gift, no matter how small it is. I feel that both of these are me here coming through. It could be other people in my life as well. No matter how small the gift, no matter how wild the insight, don't hold back on sharing it. You're holding yourself back from sharing it, and that is in the root of the issue. Now, we also have the Seven of Wands in reverse. Now, in the upright position, this resembles somebody who's standing their ground. They're holding their passions, wills, and desires to a high standard. They're holding themselves to a high standard. If you notice, he's kind of up on like a soapbox here, and all these wands coming at him. He's holding his wand firmly, and he's holding his ground, but these wands are coming at him. And I feel that this, being a 7 can represent a change, Ooh, that's so cool. I just noticed there's 3 7s in this spread. Anyways, so the 7s to me represent like taking a second to analyze the situation, and really coming to a reality about what the situation is presenting. Now, if you feel or have been feeling like you need to defend yourself all the time, there may not be necessarily a truth to that. And the fact that this is in reverse is showing that there is a stepping off of your soapbox. I think stepping off of this tight hold you've had, and this is going to come up in a minute, this tight hold that you've had on keeping yourself stuck, not sharing your ideas, your insights, not sharing your gifts. That's really coming through, not sharing your gifts. And there's a stepping off of your protective, stepping out of your protective type nature, trying to protect yourself and defend yourself and to get off the soapbox. And there is also a getting out of your head here. So we have the 9 of Swords in reverse, now in the upright position. This represents being kept up at night with all kinds of fears, anxieties, and worries. I relate to this card on so many levels. This is me a lot. I struggle from insomnia because I am stuck in my head with fears, anxieties, and worries. This is in reverse, which is showing a need to, I think, and a desire to get out of your head, to stop keeping yourself stuck. There is something here about expressing yourself without feeling the need to defend yourself, and just expressing your full truth and sharing your gifts and not holding yourself back. And by doing this, the eagle here is showing that there's opportunities to seize, but in order to seize the opportunities, you need to get off of this root of the issue here, is that you've been keeping yourself stuck in your own head, stuck in your own mind, keeping yourself from doing the things that feel true to you, holding yourself back on your thoughts, ideas, and communication, and your gifts. Now, the next row here is really interesting. We have the 3 of Cups. The center of the spread here has the 7 of Pentacles in reverse and the 4 of Pentacles. This is that holding on that I was talking about. holding on so tightly to what reality should look like. This is, we have these ideas and inspirations. We have these wills, desires, and passions. We have these gifts we want to give, but we don't see a way. We hold on to our tight grip of what reality looks like right now, or how we think it's supposed to look like, and we feel that the path is impossible, or at least this is how I feel. I feel that the path is impossible, and I hang on so incredibly tightly to how reality is presenting itself. And it's like, no, there's no way I can do that. I can't do that. It's so interesting to me because I had a dream. This is about finances for me. This is coming through in the next two cards. I had a dream last night that relates to this as well, and I quite literally had a woman. She came into my shop, and she was telling me something about somebody that we knew jointly through the business. And it came up that this individual was concerned about money, and she mentioned offhandedly, I've never worried about money. And I, in my dream, was like, now how do you do that? Tell me your secret. And she goes, it's just not an issue. I just focus on the things I want, and I don't focus on what I don't have. I just focus on what I want next, and I don't worry about money. This is, and this is related to more than just money, but this is that worry. This is that hanging on, like feeling stuck, not able to move, feeling restricted, holding yourself back from opening yourself up, not speaking, not sharing, not trying to defend yourself. You're keeping yourself stuck, or you've been keeping yourself stuck. Now, the center of the spread is what really, it showed me everything all at once. So this is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Now, when the Seven of Pentacles is in an upright position, there is an honest inventory being taken of how growth is going, right? He is staring here, looking at his crop, and he's like, okay, how am I doing? What can I do differently, for next season? Or, oh, wow, these are really growing great. I should take note of this. This is the type of position where we take a look at the time, energy, and resources we've been putting into something and evaluating it. Now, the fact that this is in reverse, I think, is saying that there's a need to stop questioning this. There's a need to stop questioning what you're putting into something, and to just go with it, to let go of a tight hold on it, because you have had a really tight hold on this growth process and like the hope for a specific outcome. And you're not, first of all, you've been keeping yourself inside of yourself about this situation, and not sharing your results. Your results don't have to be good or bad. They are just results. The present moment in the situation just is. It's not good or bad. It just is what it is. And there's a need for you to have, first of all, an honest inventory about where you are at, to be able to share that with others, to be able to share your inspirations and instincts and ideas with others, and to be able to share your gifts. No matter how small the gift, it could change the world. It could change somebody's world. And there's a need to stop evaluating the little bit that you do feel that you have to give, or that you feel like you're supposed to have more right now, and like, I feel like I can't share this, that needs to end. And now we have the Three of Cups following that. This shows sharing. This shows openness. This shows love, abundance, gratitude. These three individuals are coming together here in a celebration, and the cups represent emotions and also spirituality. There's a need for you to maintain an openness in terms of your emotional well-being. It's good for your emotional well-being to share where you're at, to not keep things to yourself, and also to be able to share and give with others. Others need to be able to share with you at this time as well. All this openness, and also with your spirit team and the unseen forces at hand, your connectedness to your inner wisdom, your higher self, your spirit team. All this openness in sharing, just where we are at right now in the present moment, instead of keeping ourselves from sharing that gift, because it is a gift. We can always learn and grow from each other. That's exactly why I do this, because we can always learn and grow from each other. And that's what this card represents here. Okay. The next three cards are interesting here. I want to start out with the Seven of Cups. It's right above the Seven of Pentacles. And then I also, right below that, had the Seven of Wands. 777 right underneath the eagle. That's pretty incredible. Okay, so the Seven of Cups in reverse. Now, in the upright position, if you look at this card very closely, there, the message that comes through with this card to me is ego. So this shadowy figure here at the bottom of the card represents ego, right? And ego is looking for something to fulfill him. He's looking at all of these cups, these emotional opportunities, these places where opportunities exist, and he's looking for something to fill him. Okay? That's why he's a shadow of himself. Now this is in reverse, right underneath the eagle. There is nothing or no one or nowhere that you can orchestrate to fill you. You fill yourself. And by following your gifts, no matter how small you may think they are, by following your gifts and not questioning the little bit by little bit that it's moving and growing, and not holding yourself back when you feel you have insights and inspiration, and sharing with others your journey right now in the present moment, there is so much fullness that can come from just accepting the situation as it is, not trying to search for something to fill you up, but instead feeling full in the present moment and realizing there is no lack. You don't need to hold on so tightly to what you think reality should look like. That's another thing that this card can represent, is like looking for all the possibilities. Well, which hat do I want to wear today? You know, which way do I want to make things seem today? And this is all an illusion here. In this card, you know, we can continue to search outside of ourselves for validation that we're doing the right things, but really we just need to trust ourselves, and we need to be open with others. We don't need to be ashamed. We don't need to hold ourselves back. We don't need to keep feeling stuck in our head and like we need to defend ourselves and keep ourselves from sharing the little that we feel that we have, because it is so much. And so this search here is coming to an end, because this is in reverse. This search and this constant analyzing is coming to an end here. And the other two cards that are next to this are the Six of Swords, the search again, and the Temperance. So this search here, this search for truth, this search for inspiration, in this card in the upright position, they're going somewhere to follow a new inspiration, new ideas. They're going somewhere to do that. And I feel that the message that's coming through here is there's no need to go anywhere to find that. It's already here for you now. It's already here for you now if you trust in it. And going with the flow is really important here. Trusting that the flow of life, the river that they're on, it will lead you where you need to be. And as long as you are open to sharing and being emotionally vulnerable, but also being able to, there's a balance. And so the balance here, of course, okay, so we have the Temperance card. There's a balance that can be gained and earned through wisdom of following the flow of the river, of the emotions, of the unseen forces at hand. So things may be presenting themselves, and you may be feeling unsure of the time, energy, and resources that you've put into something. You may be feeling unsure of it. And you may be feeling like, you know, you've been searching for so long for something to fulfill you, but you don't need to do that, and you know that. You've been feeling stuck, like you need to hang on so tightly to your ideas, like you can't share them, like you can't move forward with crazy ideas and insights, like you need to constantly protect yourself, and like you're always at battle, and like even though you feel like you only have so little to give, actually it could be the world to someone else. And so this balance here in the emotional world is really necessary. There's a need for you to find that fulfillment in yourself, in your present moment journey, and realize that there is no good or bad to it. It just is what it is. And even as ugly or tumultuous or scary or confusing as our journey may seem in the present moment, there's something that can be gained from it, both from yourself and for others. If you're open about where you are in your journey with yourself and with others, you don't need to protect yourself. You don't need to feel like you're failing. You don't need to feel like you can't share how you're feeling or how you're thinking. You don't need to feel like you're constantly needing to be in search of something else to try to put my husband uses the I don't know, like the putting lipstick on a pig, right? There's always like this outer search to try to fix things real quick and try to make them look better, but they're exactly as they're supposed to be in the present moment. And there's so much growth that can happen just from accepting things as they are in the present moment and nurturing yourself and sharing your inner wisdom and journey with others, sharing your journey exactly as it is, not hiding anything, not keeping yourself stuck, not shutting yourself off, but in fact being completely open to the flow of the river. And when you open yourself up in your journey, you're honest with yourself about where you are in your journey, and you're honest with others about where you are in your journey, and you share your struggles, and you share your doubts and your fears and your insecurities and your worries, and you let go of this tight hold, this tight grip of how you feel reality is supposed to be looking. You just are in the present moment. That's what temperance is all about. And temperance is interesting. The wings are really coming through here. When you let go of this tight grip on reality, you can fly. And I think it's so symbolic that the temperance card, this is an angelic figure with wings, and then we've got the eagle here as well. All right, we're going to read the eagle and see what he has to say. Seize opportunities courageously. These magnificent birds come from Lukame, the ascended aspect of Sirius, and have ascended into fifth dimensional frequency. Therefore, whether they are large or small, they have individualized and are no longer part of a group soul. Eagles soar serenely over the world, revealing true mastery of the air, while they spread keys and codes from Lukame over places where the angels direct them. They teach about the power of serenity and control, which reminds us to relax and flow with the currents of life. Eagles also fly with great courage directly into storms and use the thermals as opportunities to fly higher. These impressive birds have incredible eyesight and focus it with intent and awareness to seek their prey. As you watch the eagle flying high, you see his magnificence. This enables you to recognize your own ascended glory. This is the card of the visionary who focuses with clarity and awareness on the objective. You are advised to be very clear about what you want to achieve or manifest. View it from the most enlightened perspective so that your intention is for the supreme good. Be watchful and aware of everything that is happening. Remain motivated so that when you are ready for action, you will move fearlessly and tenaciously. Treat challenges and seeming setbacks as opportunities to raise your game. Constantly remain calm, centered, and serene no matter what you are presented with. That's the Temperance card. When you do this, you will always stand in your power. People will see your majesty and will respect and honor you and your vision. Be aware of your own divine splendor. Wow. We're going to see if there's anything else that needs to come through in this time and space for the highest good, harmony, none. Only the messages for the highest good are welcome in this time and space. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please help me to find anything else that will help solidify this message or bring anything else to the table that I most need to hear today for my highest good, harming none. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we had quite a few pop out. Rock bottom popped out. Stuck in the mud popped out. Yep, these all relate. Okay. We have Spirit of Place. I think that's going to relate to the Temperance card. We have Flying. Oh my god. Wow. And Cleaning House in Reverse. We're going to read the Rock Bottom, the Stuck in the Mud, and the Cleaning House first, because they're going to talk about what came through here in the reading. Cleaning House in Reverse. Why do you hold on to things that remind you of the past? Is your home cluttered with objects that bring unhappy memories? Do you have a tendency to attract broken people who need to be fixed? And if you're involved in this type of emotional project, stop right now and clean house. Being needed isn't going to get you what you really need. That said, even if you initially resist letting go of excess physical or emotional baggage, you'll feel amazing afterward. Let go and let the universe bring you something better. Make space. The universe doesn't like a vacuum and will respond to your house cleaning by filling your home with what will best serve you. Wow. Wow. Yep. Becoming stuck is sometimes the only way to trick yourself into slowing down and looking around you. In fact, this is a sign that you need to shift your focus away from what you're doing and place your attention elsewhere. Struggling will only get you to an even muddier place. Now is not the time to move forward, but to observe. That eagle is coming through again. Clarity about your circumstances will come a little later. Stop and find the joy in what you've been overlooking. Soon you'll be out of the mud, but for now, be still and know that Spirit has a plan for you. You are being invited to stop and savor the wonder of life. Now, this rock bottom card is also exactly the same and different. Surrender and acceptance are the keys to freedom. As difficult as it may be to accept, it seems that you've reached a point where you can go no further in the same manner in the way in which you've been doing things. Perhaps you've hit a proverbial brick wall, or experienced a deep sense of loss and don't know where to turn. The old way of doing things must be discarded fully in order to move onward and upward. A new direction and new strategy are called for. The only way out is through surrender. Accept things as they are and admit that you have no idea what to do next. If you wait in that heartfelt moment of release, then a stairway will appear like magic, and all manner of synchronicities will show you the way to higher ground. The rock bottom card is a sign that a miracle is about to occur, but only if you let go completely. Oh my god, this is wild. All right. Spirit of Place. Authenticity is the essence of your power. Our ancient ancestors believed that everybody has a spirit looking after it, embodying it. Just as we have a soul, the plants, trees, birds, mountains, and rivers have their own essences. When the spirit of place arrives in your reading, it says that the answer to your query is in the overarching theme of your circumstances. Is your question about a struggle? The answer is to relax and let go of your need to control the situation. This Four of Pentacles, man, that's so crazy. If your inquiry relates to finding love, then embody love rather than long for it. Once you find the essential truth that underlies your question and then name it, you'll discover the answer you've been seeking. Your greatest power is in your authenticity, and the Flying card is one of my favorites, and it's just so funny that it popped out, with the eagle being here. You have the power to see things from a higher perspective. If you were a bird flying high in the air, what would you see? When you soar above life's challenges and opportunities, a new perspective becomes available. Today you have invisible wings that allow you to swiftly bring your circumstances into alignment with your higher purpose. This is a sign that your waiting is over, that all your hard work has paid off, and the things you hoped for are no longer beyond your scope. You have the ability to reach for the stars and find one with your name on it. Spread your wings and soar. The angels are waiting for you. That was all so incredibly relevant to this reading, and it's so incredibly relevant to my life in the present moment. I've been feeling this call, this shift, this change, and it's like scary because I haven't wanted to let go of how I think things are supposed to be. No, they're supposed to be this way. I've been working so hard for this particular thing, and yet I'm being called in sort of a different direction. I think it's somewhat, it's kind of like, it's not necessarily a total fork in the road. It's like just a little bit off the path that I've been on, right? And like I've been feeling sort of called, and I keep feeling like I'm hitting these brick walls, these roadblocks. I keep feeling like, man, why aren't things moving? And like I've identified some of the things that I've needed to let go of, but I think the biggest thing that I need to let go of is this feeling like I can't just accept things as they are, even if it feels like it's a failure. It's okay, and there's always a way forward from here. There's nothing to be ashamed of in my journey, and even if it feels like somehow, because I think what comes through here most of all for me is that I do at a certain level feel that I failed. I failed myself. I failed my dream, but I haven't. I'm still just paving my path towards where I want to be. And there's so many magical things happening in my life, but there's also places where I keep feeling stuck in it. A lot of it has to do with the fact that I haven't been honest with myself. I think about, that I feel that I failed, and like I need to learn how to do things differently. And I also haven't been sharing that with others. And so here I am. This is like the floodgates are opening. Like there's a shift happening for me, and like there's a need for me to be open and flow with it, and to go with the flow and to fly. So wow, this was incredible for me. This really hit. Hopefully you found something from it as well. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye guys.